My name is Amit Shah. I was born in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, India, but I grew up in America since the age of 10. I do Reiki healing, and I also do massage work, plus I also teach people how to do yoga. Reiki healing can be used for any and all purposes, be it physical, spiritual, mental, any kind of psychological issues that a person may have can be battled. Any kind of physical issues can be battled. It would take 3 minutes per chakra to cleanse it fully of any and all negative energies as well as toxins that are in that chakra. There are 7 chakras, so it would take 21 minutes for a whole body to be cleansed of all those negative energies and toxins. I had first experienced Reiki when I went to India. I had a herniated disc in my lower back. I went to dinner with my father at one of his friends' places, and after dinner I was fidgeting in my chair, or the sofa that I was sitting on, and he said that he was tired of seeing me in pain. And he asked me if I had heard about Reiki, to which I replied, I have no clue what you're talking about. And he explained it very briefly, and he said, what if I could give you pain-free living for 10 minutes, maybe a day or longer, without touching you? And I said, well, then you would be doing what I would equate to as God's work. And he said, okay, let me do God's work on you. And I said, you should come back with something very positive and very something tangible that will happen, that will prove that to me, because those are pretty high words you're saying. And he said, okay, well, what is the one thing that you cannot do currently that you, if you were able to do after 10 minutes of Reiki, you would be a firm believer in the existence of it? And I said, well, I'm not able to touch my toes when I'm standing fully erect. And if you could make me touch my toes, which means go past my shin points, then I will be a firm believer in this thing that you speak of called Reiki. And I laid down on my stomach, received the Reiki for 10 minutes, after which I sat up and stood up much easier than I had in the previous 10.5 months. And upon his request, I actually tried to touch my toes, and for the first time in 10.5 months, I was able to touch my toes. I tried to shake the man's hand because I felt so wonderful, and I had to pull my hand away immediately because of how hot it was. And he explained that my body needed hot energy, so therefore his hands were channeling hot energy into my body to burn away the blockage for that lower back area. Now, Reiki is a hot or a cold. Whatever your body needs, it will determine it because it's intelligent. It is very powerful, and it goes to the root of whatever the problem is, and you just have to channel the energy. You can channel it individually for each one of the chakras for a full cleanse, but if you just did it for a headache or a sore or ache or pain, then it could be localized rather than for the whole body. The first level of Reiki healing is a practitioner, a beginner practitioner, where you have the ability to channel energy to yourself and to other people. You cannot perform any Reiki healing on people that are not physically present in front of you. Level 2 practitioner means that you can practice Reiki healing on anyone, anytime, and anywhere. This can get a little weird and a little bit hard to believe, but Reiki can be done for a situation that happened in the past, a situation that is currently happening, or a situation that is about to happen in the future or may happen in the future. The last level is Reiki Master level in the 3 lineage line, where the Reiki Master is able to give any individual the ability to become a Reiki healer themselves. Reiki Masters attune people to become Reiki healers for level 1 and level 2. Depending on what lineage you follow, you may have a 4th line, which is the fourth line would be the Reiki Master, whereas the 3rd would be an advanced healer. But a Reiki Master would teach you hand symbols and teach you what to say in the history of Reiki. Now, a lot of people argue that Reiki could be something like a placebo effect. The placebo effect, I mean, if you can convince any of my Parkinson's patients who have tremors and triggers on a daily basis, and after a 21 to 42 minute Reiki session on them for 5 to 8 days, they have 0 tremors and triggers. If that is placebo effect, They will say whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The fact is, it worked. If I can have the ability, and I've said that every human being can have the ability, then everyone is just like me, human. So therefore, you can do it. Once you have it forever, as long as you can remember the hand symbols and what you're supposed to ask for, which is not about material things. It is all about your own livelihood. You could not convince me to leave Reiki. I have this gift forever. It will be with me forever. I will utilize it forever. I'm not going to be bought out by money, not today, not tomorrow, or the day after. To me, everything is about healing. If I cannot heal other people, then I feel like I haven't accomplished much for the day. So to go away from something I strongly believe in, and I believe that people have right to this knowledge, not anyone nor anything could convince me otherwise.